So Sharon,
Yes.
I think the best bet we can do is look at it and talk about it and bring it back up next meeting, you know, as of right now.
I think we should look at it, Richard. Yes, by all means. Carlton, what's the chances that we could ever dig that spring out and gain more water?
I don't know. Probably could. Wouldn't hurt any problem, so I know they ain't going too much deeper.
I know the engineer said that it had quite a bit of sediment and debris in the bottom. I wondered if that, we cleaned some of that out, whether you'd get some of your flow back too.
It's actually flowing, but it's not. It's flowing out of the well, and there's a ditch.
Well, what I'm wondering is because that's so shallow, if, yes, you did take a little bit of the water that would have overflowed and it went into the ditch, but I wondered if by digging it out some that you would gain some flow, to feed both the ditch and your well.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Where did the overflow go before?
What's that?
That well has run over year-round for the last 57 years. And we had the neighbors next door, they were on that spring too.
Right, but where did the overflow go? Just down into the brook?
In the ditch.
But the overflow pipe is higher than where the wall of the well has been compromised by the new ditch. Does that make sense?
Yes, but it's not a wall, right? It's just soil.
Soil, correct. So it's been disturbed so that the well is now not able to hold the water so that it even gets up to the overflow. So it's the water's coming in, but it's coming out at a much lower level than the overflow pipe.
And I don't know whether we could ever plug that or not. I don't know.
Well, I don't know.
So there's no well tile, or there's no laid up stone or any sort of I don't know what you'd call it. Anyway.
There's blocks there. There's blocks there.
So there's blocks down the 4 feet?
Yes.
Okay.
I told Butch, I don't know how many times, I go out there and bug him every day. If you dig in this bank, you're going to lose our water. Oh, yeah, be careful. I ain't going to ruin your water. And I go, okay, but you just be careful. And what the hell happened?
Well, I'm sure he was doing the best that he could,
Well, I believe that too. I don't hold nothing against Butch whatsoever. He's a very nice person.
Right.
Right. But he didn't do the digging. Somebody else did.
Right. Okay. So can we plan a time to look at this, guys?
Yes, anytime. Just let me know because we keep it locked. We have a little padlock on.
Right. Bruce, Richard?
Yeah. Richard probably needs to suggest a couple of times because that his schedule's probably,
Is there any way to do it on a Saturday morning?
yes.
No, because I'm the only one working.
Okay. What about, do you work all day, Sharon, or?
No, just till 1.
Can we do it at 1 or 2 o'clock on Saturday?
Yeah.
You okay with that, Butch? I mean, Bruce?
I guess if I need to be.
To the Bertrands, does 2 o'clock on Saturday work for you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, think we have a date.
2 o'clock or 1 o'clock? Thought Richard said 1 o'clock.
Well, you don't get out till 1, so I figured 2 o'clock.
Oh, yeah. You can do it at 1. It's not far down the road.
Okay.
Sorry, we're changing that to 1 o'clock.
Why?
Okay,
Heidi, could you please email that to me so I got something I can
yes.
remember to make myself a note?
Okay. So we'll take a look at that. Try to come up
Well-
with some options in the meantime.
Well, I was going to say the other thing we need is some alternatives.
Right.
I wouldn't begin to know. Well, maybe somebody could talk with one of the Chevaliers or something. All right, well,
Okay. I'll touch base with some contractors too. See if anybody has a viable option or viable solution for this. Then hopefully we'll get back to the Bertrands quickly. That way, like they said, that you don't want it to freeze to the bottom because then you're really going to be in trouble. So, all right, we will see the Bertrands on 1 o'clock on Saturday.
All right.
All right,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, is there anybody else for public comment?
Yes, Sharon, I would like to do some updating.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yep. So I know that we're getting several complaints on the Bluto property. I should say the Young property. Barry did revisit them last week. He spoke to someone other than Corey, and they assured him that they were going to clean it up. To date, I haven't seen any progress. We're kind of, I guess it's kind of up to us what to do next, because, you know, we can't force, I guess at this point, we can find them all we want and we can continue that route, but it's really discouraging to not get anywhere, especially with the property right there in the front. But it just, I guess I'm feeling a little defeated that I'm not getting anywhere with them, and so is Barry. You know, we were hoping that the foreclosure was going to be in our favor, but with the corona, I don't think that's going to come anytime soon. So, you know, we're kind of between a rock and a hard stone with this property because the Youngs aren't doing anything.
Right.
So, I mean, it's like I said, it's kind of defeating. I feel like I'm not doing anything, but I am. Just it doesn't show.
Well,
And Barry's
I
been
think
very
that's
good.
a position where our hands are kind of tied at the moment because that's in a bankruptcy and a
Exactly.
foreclosure.
And, you know, I know Wendy's getting numerous phone calls. I'm getting numerous phone calls, and I'm trying to explain tactfully that, you know, we're doing what we can with what we're given. But
Right.
obviously that's an answer nobody wants. So I guess I just felt, you know, and Barry was and has been a great help. But again, he said we can't go in there and bulldoze the place. You know, we gotta just kind of let things kind of go their way and hope that they're going to start cleaning up. Although I really don't think they are.
So Mary,
Yeah.
this is Bruce. Does at any point a dwelling become uninhabitable?
It could. It would take the lawyers to help us with that. I would assume similar to what we dealt with on Lambkin Street. It's that again is also not an overnight process. I guess
An
that's something
extremely
we could talk
expensive
about.
process.
Exactly. And I think, and I don't, just some of my experience talking to the state, I think we would be responsible for putting them up if we were to continue to force something. So like Sharon said, it could become very expensive. You know, and it's a sad situation because we've been in there and helped before with the plan that they were going to keep it up, and that didn't happen.
Well, can I say something?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, I think at this point right now, you know, we cleaned it. It got cleaned up 16 months ago. It didn't last long. We go make them clean it up now. It's not going to last long. I think we're better off to hope that this bankruptcy and stuff goes through and we get it cleaned up then. You know, I just think we're just talking for nothing.
Barry and I had that same discussion today. It's really the only hope we have at this point,
Yeah.
aside from spending thousands of dollars that, you know, it's just not a feasible thing at this point.
Right.
But it's really a shame because I know Wendy is getting inundated as I am. And I quite don't know what to say at this point, other than we're working the best we can with what we got.
Right. And by all means, those that call are certainly welcome to pick up a piece of trash on the way by or do what was done before, you know, on a volunteer basis and help clean up. But otherwise, the town's hands are kind of tied, and the best we can do is find the lien holder.
Right.
Which
And
we've been doing
Barry
that.
and Barry did suggest that we continue to do that. You know, because then it makes the statement, but it doesn't help what we see.
It doesn't. No, I'm afraid not.
No. You know, we are, thanks to a lot of people involved, Corey is working on cleaning up his property. David Murish and I are somehow going to connect. His schedule and my schedule sometimes don't work, but we're trying to deal with the campers on the property that are not legal. Again, that's not going to happen overnight. But that is something we are working on or trying to work on. And then Barry and I actually have been quite in communication. There's 4 properties, actually 5 properties on the Carter Hill, Compana, and Frontage Road that are continually burning, which is, he's warned, he's given me names again today. I'm gonna try to catch up with Joe DePatie, and he would like to see us issue fines because quite frankly, his warnings aren't doing any good. And he just feels that if we start really forcing the fines, that we might actually at least get somewhere with some of them. One of them we may not, but the other 3, he felt that they were a little more willing.
Yeah, and we could reach out to the police too and see if we can have them issue some municipal fines as well.
And he did say that, you know, when the fire department goes, they need to put the fire out and stand their ground with that. He said in one case, I guess that hasn't been what was going on, but I said I would go and talk to Joe and try to get that taken care of.
Right. Of course, they don't want to be too confrontational either.
No, but last I talked to Joe, he said, I did remind him he could get the police, you know, whenever they get called to that location, make sure the police are
Right.
en route. But so I guess that's kind of where, you know, I just wanted to update everybody that, you know, we're still working behind the scenes trying to get these properties cleaned up and get the people to try to not do the burning and, you know, ruin the solid waste stuff. So.
Okay. So anything else for us?
No, I do, but it'll be an executive.
Okay. Anybody have any questions for Mary? Okay. Is there any other public comment? Okay, hearing none, we'll move along to the treasurer's report. Hello, Shelley.
Hi, Sharon. How are you?
Not bad.
It's kind of a lengthy check warrant, a lot of duplicates from the regular monthly bills.
Mm-hmm. So has everyone had a chance to look at the check warrant?
I'm all set.
Yes,
Okay. Would someone like to make a motion to accept check warrants?
I'll make a motion.
second,
All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
aye,
Aye. Okay, so we agreed to sign the check warrants at a later date.
Perfect. I have a folder with all of the unsigned warrants.
Okay, yep.
And other than that, we've just been plugging away at getting the town report ready for the print shop.
Okay. And I did get your note and I will get my butt moving.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
All right. Anything for Shelley? All right. Moving right along, we will speak to Wendy. Hi, Wendy.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So I have minutes from December 17th.
I have some bright red polish. Would you like to borrow
Seems
it?
like it's a long time ago.
Who am I hearing?
Put everybody on mute except Wendy, because someone has someone talking in the background.
Okay, so
Everybody's
has everyone had a chance to look at the minutes from 12/17?
Yes.
Okay. Do we have a motion to accept the minutes?
so moved,
Richard, are you gonna second?
I'll second it.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
aye,
Okay. Aye for me as well.
All right. A couple of town meeting updates. Most people are aware it's going to be strictly Australian ballot this year. We've gotten a lot of good feedback on the postcards that went out in December. A few did kick back in the mail and were rerouted. So I think for the most part, people are informed on what's going on. I have got a lengthy list of people already that want to vote absentee. So I encourage people that are not comfortable with going to the polls to give me a call, to email me, or they can do it through the Secretary of State's website. They can request ballots. I will not have them until probably the first week of February, but I will gladly send them if you request them. What else? Oh, consent of candidate forms. If you want to run for any of the positions on the ballot this year, there are 8 of them. I will quickly run through them. Moderator for their ensuing year, select board member for 2 years, select board member for 3 years, a lister position for 3 years, lister position for 2 years, remaining on a 3-year term, a library trustee position for 5 years, a library trustee position for 4 years, remaining on a 5-year term, and a cemetery commissioner for 5-year term. If you are interested in running on the ballot for any of those, the only form we need this year is the consent of candidate form by January 25th at 5 p.m. The nominating petition signature criteria is waived for this year. So just the consent of candidate form by January 25th.
Okay,
And
so easy peasy for anybody that would like to have a position.
yes, if they want to get their name on the ballot, that's all you need to do. I do have them on the website, the Facebook page, and I do have a stash of them by the back door, by the drop box. If anybody wanted to pick one up, fill it out, throw it right in the drop box. It doesn't get much easier than that.
Okay, perfect.
The warning, I did send out a draft warning yesterday. I hope you all had a chance to see it. 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 6 articles total this year. I am hoping you will make a motion to approve that, and then I can chase you all down for signatures to get it in the town report.
Okay. Bruce and Richard, have you had a chance to look at the articles?
Yeah. But I'm good with it.
Bruce?
Yes, I'm good with it
Okay,
also.
Can I have a motion to accept the articles for the town meeting, for town meeting to go into the town report?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
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 Perfect. Okay, I will connect with each of you over the next week to get original signatures on that. What else do I have? Dogs. We started all over with dogs. January 4th, we started licensing dogs. I did send out flyers. We've had very good response already. We've already licensed 35 dogs this week.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's going well. The drop box is being used, which is exactly what we want to see. Or through the mail, if you want to pay cash and you are not comfortable putting it in the drop box, you can make an appointment. A few people have done that as well. So we'll be licensing dogs, unfortunately, way into the summer, I'm sure, but the due date is April 1st before fees go up.
Okay.
And the last thing I have is if you will go into the Liquor Control Board, I have one liquor license renewal for you.
Okay, so I make a motion to exit the regularly selected, the regular select board meeting and enter into the Liquor Control Board. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
All right, all those in favor say aye.
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 Okay, and I have the 2021 renewal application and fees from RL Valley doing business as Highgate Village Market for a second-class liquor license. No changes from last year other than a mailing address change for one of the directors for RL Valley. So if you want to make a motion, I can again chase you guys down for signatures on this before I send it back to the state.
Okay. Richard, you want to make the motion to sign?
Yeah, I'll make that motion.
Okay, Bruce, you want a second?
Second.
All right, all those in favor say aye.
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 Perfect. And that's it, if you want to exit out of there.
Okay, so I'd make a motion to exit the Liquor Control Board and return to the regularly scheduled select board meeting.
I'll second it.
All right, all those in favor say aye.
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 All right, that is it for me.
Okay, Sharon.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd like to go back to Wendy. When was it planned that we're gonna have our informational meeting?
That is set for Monday, February 22nd. It has to be within 10 days of town meeting because we're voting by Australian ballot this year. So that gets us into the 10 days. That's as far out as we could go.
Okay.
So it was on the postcard that was sent to everyone, the date and everything of the informational meeting. But I'll be the post info.
Is that gonna be where are we planning on holding that?
Well, we don't know what the governor's gonna let us do. Right now, it's planned for Zoom. But we don't, it changes weekly. I mean, that's
So
a month and a half away.
It could change then, huh?
It could, but I'm sure even if we were able to hold it in person, we would have to offer a Zoom option.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's a 6:30 start?
Yes, yep. It's gonna be the second meeting for us in the month of February, but it will not be held on our regular Thursday because of that 10-day confined time frame that we have. So it's on a Monday, February 22nd.
Okay.
Is that it for me?
Okay, anything else?
No, good.
Okay,
Oh, I do.
moving right along.
Hold it. I do. Wendy,
Yes.
could you, I'm getting a lot of phone calls and people, could you announce the winners of the light show?
Oh, sure. I can give you the addresses. That's what was posted. So, and this was voted on by the public. I think they had 120 people submit votes. There was a first, second, and third place prize. First place was 305 Bouchard Road. Second place was 139 Quarry Lane. And third place was 196 Thack Boulevard.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Are you done with me, Richard?
I think so.
Okay.
I feel like an episode of Waltons. For those of you who are old enough to remember that. Okay, moving on to Heidi.
I will start right out with a contract for signature. We finally have our Northern Borders Regional Commission grant. So you had a copy in your packet. If you will make a motion to accept that, I will get Sharon to sign it.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, Bruce, you want a second?
Second. Yeah, I'm having to play some kind of musical tune with a mute button here.
Okay.
So bear with me.
No problem. So everyone in favor say aye.
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 All right, that was easy. The other thing I wanted to ask you about, well, you have the grant update in there and the report. If you have any questions, I can answer any of those topics. But one of the things that I wanted to ask you about is the Planning Commission is starting the Economic Development Planning Grant. And they will be working with members from other boards and community members at large. Anybody that has interest is welcome to participate. We need a few members that are will serve on the steering committee to keep this project moving forward. So the question is to the select board, are there members that are willing to take that project on? An estimated year-long process of participating with the Planning Commission and DRB to look at economic development strategies such as impact fees or TIF
I'd like to do
district.
that.
Yeah, and
Okay,
so would
well,
I.
now I thought, I'm sorry, Sharon.
So would I.
Okay, so Sharon and Richard. Okay, on the Planning Commission meeting coming up on the 19th, I hope to get our request for qualifications out so we can get our bids from consultants back. And then at the following meeting, hopefully we will be performing some interviews to select our consultant. So unless you have any other questions for me, everything else I have, I would need to discuss with you in executive.
Okay. Are there any other public meeting information that is not personnel, contractual, or legal?
I just have a quick one, actually. I should have asked it earlier, but we do have that $440 bill from the Bertrand well issue. And I'm assuming we are paying this before I do pay it?
I would say yes.
Okay.
That's for the engineering, you said?
Yes.
440?
Yes.
Yes. Pay it and hopefully it'll give us a good tracking of our progress with that.
Okay, we'll do. It'll be on the next check warrant.
Yep. Okay, anything else?
Yeah, Sharon,
Yes.
I'd just like to thank everybody that participated in the parade of lights and stuff. I think Highgate had a very good showing.
Absolutely. I think everybody did a fantastic job. We even got a marriage proposal out of it.
Yeah,
And she did say yes.
well, that's good.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I know a lot of people are interested in doing it again next year. Richard, you and Keith did a fabulous job rounding up people to participate. Was a good route. I think everybody had a good time.
Yeah.
I've heard a few very positive comments about it. It was
Yeah.
very much appreciated.
Okay, anything else?
Shelby has
Okay.
arrived. She'd like to go into executive to give you an update on a legal matter.
Okay. So I would make a motion to exit the regularly scheduled select board meeting and enter into an executive session with Luke Dupree, Shelby Barber, Mary Souza. What else am I missing? Heidi. I think that's it. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
All right, all those in favor say aye.
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 Okay. All right, thank you everyone for joining us.